Herbert's the gout, he'll punch you in the throat. Herbert's the gout, he'll punch you in the throat.
Would all of the VIP Super Chatters please come to the front stage? You know who you are. Oh, you Kurt, Mark Cleveland, the Silva Brothers, Austin, Double A, Terry Roberts, please report to the front stage. D2W Stu, your presence is required at the front stage. Unburger, I see you. Tony Turley, we see you lurking over there. Nolan Mendoza, Bender. If you want your name mentioned in this song, all you gotta do is drop a $14.99 super chat so Smitty can identify you and drop you in. Get your name in the intro song of every Tuesday, Thursday show.
It's a blue button.
Herbert's the gout, he'll punch you in the throat. Herbert's the gout, he'll punch you in the throat.
Run it back, Ma.
Herbert's the gout, he'll punch you in the throat. Herbert's the gout, he'll punch you in the throat.
Would all of the VIP Super Chatters please come to the front stage? You know who you are. Oh, you Kurt, Mark Cleveland, the Silva Brothers, Austin, Double A, Terry Roberts, please report to the front stage. D2W Stu, your presence is required at the front stage. Unburger, I see you. Tony Turley, we see you lurking over there. Nolan Mendoza, Bender. If you want your name mentioned in this song, all you gotta do is drop a $14.99 super chat so Smitty can identify you and drop you in. Get your name in the intro song of every Tuesday, Thursday show.
It's a blue button.
Herbert's the gout, he'll punch you in the throat. Herbert's the gout, he'll punch you in the throat.
Run it back, Ma.
Herbert's the gout, he'll punch you in the throat. Herbert's the gout, he'll punch you in the throat.
Would all of the VIP Super Chatters please come to the front stage? You know who you are. Oh, you Kurt, Mark Cleveland, the Silva Brothers, Austin, Double A, Terry Roberts, please report to the front stage. D2W.
He's only one call away. Marquez will save the day. Empty cup, nothing cannot hang. He's only one. He's only one call away.
This is the Fantasy Football Show with your host, Smitty.
back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
Let's go. What is going on, everyone? My name's Smitty from the Fantasy Football Show, and I'm excited to have you here today. We've got a marker board session in order over in the psychology ward of the studio. Why's my fireplace not on? In Arizona, we need the fire on at all times. Unacceptable. So we're going to talk about, sleepers and safe players in 2021. Rather than go down the road of risky, let me turn the music down, I'm sorry. Rather than go down the road of risky players, talk about Barkley and Henry and upset everybody, ruffle a bunch of feathers. We're going to talk about the good stuff. We're going to have a positive, fun show today. We're talking about Marquez Callaway. You heard the song at the top. He's only one call away, Marquez Callaway. We'll be talking about A.J. Dillon. Very safe. Wait a minute, Smitty. Oh. But Smitty, I don't understand. Is Aaron Jones hurt? No, he's not hurt. He's fine. And I love Aaron Jones. But, little man called A.J. Dillon can punch in 8 to 10 touchdowns and not even start a game. He might be that good. What kind of song was that? Seclan, where have you been? I mean, you're really showing how often you listen to the show or watch the show lately, Seclan, when you ask a question like, what is that song? The song's called Glory. Glory of Marquez Callaway. That's what it is. In a deep, but I appreciate you being here, but you clearly need to attend class more often. Unacceptable. Gibby or Najee Harris, we get this question probably 8,000 times an episode, and I'm fine with it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at this question, but certainly feel like we go back and forth on it. I will go back and forth on it. If the wind's blowing a certain direction, I will think Gibby. The wind blows another direction, I think Najee. I love both of them. They're both like equal in value. Both have a little bit of risk. Both have a little bit of win a league upside from round 2. Absolutely love both of these guys. If I had 2 drafts side by side and I was picking at pick 14, I'm taking both of them. One in each, one in the other. And we have Mr. Wolf dropping a big old super chat. Let's see here. Conservative-minded Teddy Bridgewater is throwing to Jerry Jeudy. Gonna hurt Jeudy. Wouldn't it be better for Locke to... I don't think so. I think Jeudy's going to be better off with Teddy, but I see where you're going. There was a rapport and connection between the two as well, I think. No matter what happens, I feel like Jeudy will be fine. He's the kind of wide receiver that can, I think, survive any quarterback situation. I do wish they had an A-Rod, or they had addressed the quarterback position 100% properly, instead of this whole patchwork. Maybe it's this guy, maybe it's not. We don't have a future quarterback on the roster yet. Our future quarterback is not on the roster, is what the Broncos are telling you. I think the starter next year will not be one of these two guys, but that's me. Elway's been looking for the quarterback for a while. I don't know why they didn't make it happen this year, to be quite honest. They should have traded everything about the future to land, one of Fields or Lance or one of these elite quarterbacks. Zach Wilson, let me put it this way. Zach Wilson is the best quarterback of the 5. And I was adamant about the Niners trading up one more spot to get him, because I think he's even going to be better than Trey Lance. But I love Trey Lance. I love Trey Lance. I love Trevor Lawrence. But the difference between Zach Wilson and those guys could be big in the end. I really love what I'm hearing about Zach Wilson. I love what I'm seeing about Zach Wilson. This New York Jets franchise is going to turn things around like that. It's going to be like the Buffalo Bill turnaround. People made fun of the Bills, said the Bills would never be anything. They drafted Josh Allen, one of my favorite quarterbacks in a long time to come out of college. I love Josh Allen, and he turned things around so fast. People said Allen would only run after his rookie year. He couldn't throw the football. Like the way Zach Wilson looks right now versus how good Josh Allen or any of the rookies have looked, it's crazy. It's crazy. Zach Wilson is going to be a top 5 fantasy quarterback and probably better than a top 5 NFL quarterback. He looks phenomenal. The guy throws into the tightest little window known to man, can run and throw on the run like Mahomes. He's electric. I don't know why I'm talking about Zach Wilson. Mikey boy asked me about Judy, but my point was, I feel like Denver just doesn't know what they're doing with the quarterback position. I love Javonte Williams, and the blessing in disguise here is you're taking care of other positions like Javonte Williams. If they had passed on Javonte Williams, I would have been upset. So they've got to take care of it this offseason, which sucks for Judy that he's going to get a new quarterback next year. But he'll be fine. He'll survive. My whole point was he's a survivor. And everybody seems to think, and I know this is probably where you're going, Mike, that Judy isn't better off with Bridgewater, like everyone's suggesting. He's better off with Locke. Time will tell. But the good news is if Bridgewater ain't getting it done, short leash, they put in Locke. But I think Bridgewater has a better shot at being a better quarterback, better chance of moving the chains. He was handcuffed and kind of held in check in other locations. We haven't really seen Bridgewater be able to open the pass up. Maybe he's better than we all think, which is why he got the nod. So let's hope, okay? Let's hope. But I appreciate you, Mikey, and I love Jerry Judy. I think we're on the same page with Judy. Thank you, Sandu. I appreciate that question. Should I make this trade in a Superflex? I have Lamar as my QB1 and Mac Jones as my current Superflex. I trade Eckler for Big Ben and Kittle. No. Why would you trade your running back when you have Mac Jones? Mac Jones will be fine. Put him into your flex. He's actually pretty good. Kyler for Cook. What? Another super chat. Thank you, Captain Spock. Another super chat. You guys aren't going to let me get to my show. I love it. And then Mikey had a follow-up question. Mikey said, especially with Fant and Fant's going to be good. I only worry about Bridgewater not being able to throw enough to make Fant and Judy and allow Javonte Williams to be electric himself. This is why I wanted A-Rod there. A-Rod would have sent everybody's value to the moon. That deal, I wish that deal got done. That would have been a phenomenal deal. Deshaun Watson, if he ever plays again, would be a fantastic land for the Broncos. Traded Godwin and Gus for Najee. What are your thoughts? I love it. I'm not big on Gus Edwards. I like Godwin, but not enough to be worrying about a 2-for-1 that gets me Najee Harris. I think Najee was a home run right there, Tavern. Good job, bro. Way to flex on us on that one. Captain Spock. Some Vulcan representation in the theme song. Oh, Spocky wants in the theme song. Vulcan, he wants Captain Spock. Okay, we need to get the other pen. Captain Spock wants in the song. Captain, I'm going to write you down here so I don't forget. All right, there we go. Captain is in the song. Thank you, Captain. Baked In Boy says, hey, Smitty, I'm listening to the show with my 5-year-old. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. The Baked In Boy. The Baked In Boy's listening to the show. I don't know if that's advisable. I don't think this is a family show, but maybe I'm wrong. Somebody tell me, am I family oriented? I mean, half of our songs aren't. I guess they're not bad. I mean, we have things like this.
Release the dragon.
Things like this. We have things like.
He's only one call away.
I guess all these songs are okay. This is Herbert is the GOAT. I mean, maybe we're okay.
Look at Herb's face.
Look at Herb's face. I think these are all family approved. I don't know. Maybe we are a family show. That kind of snuck up on me. I don't know if I want to be a family show. It makes me feel I'm getting older. Big weekend ahead for all the Door League 2. Let's go, guys. Football is coming in hot. Let's go. We're still waiting for a few people. We're drafting no matter what. But I might have to give away some spots and then figure out how to get those people in another something special, because I can't get a hold of several people. Finally, Order reached out to me. We're looking like we're in Door League 2. We're good. Door League 2, Door League 1. Both leagues are drafting on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. 9/5, September 5th at 5 p.m. But if you don't have if you don't see the countdown timer in Door League 1's full. Door League 2, we have literally like 5 spots of people that have not yet confirmed. And so I need to DM Orders in. Order was struggling, so Order has an excuse. DM me on Instagram if you want in to a spot, or I'm skeptical about telling you to super chat to get in right now. DM me, because what if you super chat and then the 5 people get back to me? So if you want to run the risk of dropping a $20 super chat, to support the show. No, I've had a few people say they can't make it, they want a refund or whatever. The super chats are for the channel. If you want to just support the show and you drop a 20, I will put you in line, first in line, but I can't guarantee. I'll give you a phone call though, okay? If you $20 super chat, I'll put a line. We need 5. Right now we need 5. If you super chat a 20 spot and you don't get in because people confirm their spot in time in the final hour, I will give you a free phone call, though, to make up for it. So if you would like to get in line, drop a 20, and I'll put you in line. Today we're going over to the marker board, and we are going to discuss sleepers, breakouts, you name it. And we're also going to do, phone calls and take audio Instagram calls. So if you would like to be on the show and ask me a question, send it right now. Send me a message on Instagram right now and let me know you want to be dialed up live, and we'll do this thing live. Let's see. Zach. Let me see. Hey Zach, I'm live on the Fantasy Football Show, bro. Do you want me to call you up and you can ask a question live on the show, bro? Let me know. Probably in class. Look, he looks like a guy just went into college. Freed. Hey, you want me to dial you up and be on live on the show, man? This is Friedman. Who is this, Friedman? This is the guy that said, "Hey, this is an audio chat or audio message." So we'll go over to the marker board in 1 second and do all that. Let's get some housekeeping in order. Rock out. Look at this man. Had a draft last night. My QB, Brady, cousin, RBs are Zeke, Najee, Drake, Pollard. He's got Najee and Zeke and Brady. Brady's a cheap, good QB1 with this build. I like it. That means your wide receivers, who I haven't even got to, have to be good. Pollard, Sermon. I love Sermon on the bench. Lamb, Woods, Judy, Callaway. One call away, Callaway. And Andrews at tight end. That's very, very solid, bro. Now, Rock Out, are you in League One? Or did you just drop a $14.99 just to be... Rock Out, you're in the intro song now for dropping the $14.99. Are you already in the intro song? You are now. Rock Out and Captain Spock, both in the intro song. Thank you, Jordan, for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you. Did I miss any other super chats? Overcome. Thank you, kind sir. My buddy wants my Kamara and Julio for Adams and Clyde. Oh, that's a crazy trade. You think Julio is injury prone. I saw you rank CEH top 5. Oh, he's a top 5 to 10. Yeah, in Fantasy Pros, I have Clyde finishing in like the 5 to 10 range. I take Adams and Clyde over Kamara and Julio, I think. What do you guys think in the chat? Clyde and Adams or Kamara and Julio? It's close. I mean, it's close. I mean, if Julio can play well enough, he can close that gap. Smooth Criminal is first in line. If for any reason, I'm pretty sure the first 1 or 2 people are probably gonna get a spot. But if not, I will give you a free phone call, bro. We'll tear it up for 30 minutes at least, okay? So DM me real quick on IG. Bump our message on IG so I have you handy when I need to send you the link, bro. Clyde Adams, Kamara Julio, Adams over Julio, AK over Clyde. That's helpful, Nick. We need to know which side of the deal you want, though, pal. Tabrin, Adams, Clyde, Kamara, Julio, Adams side, Kamara, Julio, Adams side. Give me Adams, give me Kamara, Julio. Kamara says Matt. Overcome says tough. That's his own question. Thank you, Smooth Criminal. What's up, Joel? Joel's in the house. Attaboy, Joel. Joel, what do you think of this question? Kamara and Julio or Adams and Clyde? Fantasy Dad took Adams 3rd overall, so he's not messing around. Fantasy Dad says, give me the Adams and Clyde. Where's the door league? When's the door league? Rob, it's Sunday the 5th at 5 p.m. Eastern. 9-5 at 5. 9-5 at 5, bro. I'm going to say Clyde and Adams, but it's close, man. It's close. I could flip a coin, bro. It's so close, man. Another Adams. Another Adams. So I would say everyone's leaning Adams, Clyde. Joel says Adams and Clyde. Everyone's leaning Adams and Clyde, I think. Majority, or I would say 60% at least. And Smooth Criminal, I will look for that. Thank you, man. Dom says Adams and Clyde. This is coming from a man in the door league, so he knows what he's doing. Anybody else wants in the door league in the alternate spot? I can't guarantee you're going to get in door league 1. It'll be door league 1. Door league 2 is full. Door league 1, we have 5 spots unfilled. I'm trying to get a hold. If you don't have the link to the sleeper draft and you don't see the 3-hour or the 3-day whatever timer ticking away, then you don't have a link. You need to get a hold of me. Smitty, I'm in the door league 2. Is the draft Sunday? Yes. 9-5 at 5. The 5th, Sunday the 5th, coming up here, 5 p.m. Eastern. You want to be live on the show right now, bro? I'll call you up. Those messages didn't go through. I'll be live on the show now. Weird. Nicholas and Joel. Back to work, broski. Enjoy the show. Thank you, Joel. I appreciate you stopping in. Enjoy the replay, my man. Oh, God. James Devlin's back. Whoa. Oh, boy. We haven't seen this man in a while. James Devlin back for the new mods. don't time him out yet. He freaks out in the chat and he wants help and he all caps blasts the chat. Let him go for a little bit. Let's see what he's up to. James, where you been? where you been, bro? Here's James' messages all in a row. Smitty, I'm back. I need extreme help, please. Smitty, please help me. Smitty. James. Long time no scream. Long time no scream, James. What can we help you with? Man, I haven't seen him in a while, bro. Dude's been MIA. Damien, thoughts on my team? Oh, let me help Nicholas first. Hey, Smitty, 12-team standard. Herbert, Kamara, Clyde, Jefferson, Claypool, flexes, Jamar, Javonte. Who you like in my flex week 1? Nice team. I would say Javonte Williams in week 1. Let's see what Jamar Chase can bring to the table. I think it's going to be a good year, but people are freaking out about him. But I do think he'll be fine. James, in a weird way, we missed you too, pal. I'm now a freshman. Well, we missed you, James. You seem mature. You're matured a little bit. You've grown up, I think, a little bit. There's less messages. We still got caps lock, but we feel a little difference in you. Thoughts on my team: Allen, Mixon, CEH, Diggs, Terry, Jarwin, Gus Edwards, Damian Harris, Sermon, Robbie Anderson, Michelle, Elijah Moore, Landry. So Josh Allen, you have Clyde and Mixon, you have Diggs and Terry. Very, very good, but Damian, you need to make one move, man. You can't be the league winner with that team, but you could be the league winner with that team. You have some trade power that if you don't take advantage of now, you may not be able to dump it later. Can you trade Gus the Bus with Damian Harris for one player? Can you go after a CeeDee Lamb type player using, I don't know, Robbie Anderson and Gus Edwards? Can you find out who the ETN and go locate the ETN owner, go locate the J.K. Dobbins owner. Maybe it was you. And try and trade Gus Edwards on the high for trade Scary Terry and Gus Edwards for a top 5 wide receiver. Trade Gus Edwards and Damian Harris to the guy that lost ETN or JK and try and get a player like Lamb or Jefferson or whatever. Do your best, bro. You can do it. I have faith in you. I have faith in you, my pal. Get it done. Tabern, I appreciate that. To get a spot in the door league, people are dropping a $20 super to support the channel. We have Smooth Criminal in the alternate spot. I cannot guarantee you one of the spots. You just gotta have to, if for people that drop the 20 spot, they're gonna get in the alternate line. And if for any reason you don't get a spot, I'm pretty sure the first couple people will, but I will give you like a 20-30 minute phone call as a way of saying thank you for donating a 20 spot super chat to the channel. So that's what the 20s are. The $20 donos are not a pot. It's just people supporting the channel, and decided to create a league for people that were donating $20 or more of super chatting to the channel to get in the door league. I had to do something for you people because you're amazing. You make the show go. You make the show fire on all cylinders, and I appreciate you. Before I go, hit the like button, y'all. Says Joel, and Joel's correct. Uzi, don't judge Uzi because he likes Joe Mixon. He's still our boy. He's still family. And Terry Roberts says there are 107 people, well, now 110, and only 42 thumbs up. Terry's not happy about that. Terry is our thumbs up door checker. He's the bouncer at the door, and he says punch it. Don't hit it. Don't smash it. Punch it. Okay. Caleb. Sixth spot, plan on going Harris, Ridley, Josh Allen. First 3 picks. What running backs are you targeting in round 4? I'll tell you, bro. These ones right here. Not in round 4, but these are the running backs you target. I got it on the board. You want to get crafty with your running back too. As you can see, Javonte Williams is down at the bottom of this chart. Javonte Williams would be the guy I target in 5. I don't think you got to take him at 4, but you start targeting Mike Davis, Javonte Williams, A.J. Dillon. You get a guy like Tony Pollard. You get a player like Trey Sermon, and you platoon that running back too, my man. You punt it into oblivion, then you come back and you smash it. So I have a feeling you're going to do really well if you start your draft off with Harris, Ridley, and Josh Allen. That'll be a fantastic start. Smitty approved that. Najee's a little high at number 6. I'm not saying I don't do it because I've been promoting it, but it is definitely high. You're going to get some looks. Why can't I send an audio message right now? Let me close out. Let me give you guys a little IT tip. Whenever something's not working, you restart. Okay, my phone is acting up. I'm going to restart it. Things should work good. Harris or Aaron Jones, round 1. I like Harris more than Aaron Jones, but I can't blame or fault anyone for going with Aaron Jones. I'd rather have Harris and A.J. Dillon than have A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. How you like that? Why? Because we're going to talk about why. We're going to talk about Aaron Jones in a minute here. We are still starting CD week 1. What in the... What is this question? Where's my... Take a lap. Take a lap. It won't work. Bro, hold on. Where's my take a lap? I gotta play this audio file now because it won't work.
Release
That's
the drag.
That's the only button I can hit right now. Hold on. I'm trying to hit as negative of buttons as I can now for this question, Aaron. Aaron, you're upsetting Smitty. Oh, where's my negative buttons?
Take a lap.
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
I'm giving you several.
Take a lap.
Aaron, don't
Take a lap. Take a
don't
lap.
think of them as negatives, bro. Taking a lap on the show is good for you. But of course we're starting CeeDee Lamb in week 1. Are you trying to get a rise out of me, Aaron? Caleb doesn't look happy about the question either. Look at him. He's upset. Caleb, go tear up your draft, my man, and come back and rub it in our face that you drafted Josh Allen in round 3. Imagine if you get Allen in round 4. Imagine if you get CeeDee Lamb in round 3 and Allen in round 4. Or, Caleb, you could go CeeDee Lamb in round 3 if he fell and go Kyler in 4 or 5. I love Josh Allen, bro. But imagine Harris, Ridley, Lamb, Kyler, Javonte. I'm liking that, Caleb. I just made Caleb go. Come back and show us what you got, buddy. What's up, D2W? Appreciate you being in the house today. Who's this year's Connor, Robinson, Lindsay? Well, you got a board full of it, James. James, in capital letters. Take a screenshot of that, James. You got 4 seconds. Screenshot it, James, quick. 4, 3. James, quick. 2, 1. Screenshot it, James. Are we still liking CeeDee Lamb in week 1? You've got to be kidding me. Aaron, take accountability for that question, man. Step up right now. Who's going to call me on Instagram right now? Who wants me to dial them up right now and be on the show? Ask your question right now. Let's see. You want to be on the show right now? I'll dial you up. Won't let me send audio messages right now. He's acting up. You want to be on the show right now. Joe. 12-team PPR dynasty, Herbert and Judy or T-Law and CD. Probably, God, that's a tough one. Probably T-Law and CD for the long term, but for the now, Judy and Herbert's gonna outscore it. That's a very tough one because you gotta bite the bullet for a year. That is crazy. It's hard to say yes to that trade. To get T-Law and for CD for the future. T-Law is going to be good. It's just going to be kind of messy at first, potentially. Gainwell or Stevenson. I like Gainwell myself. I think Gainwell's pretty darn good. Baked In Boys left a voice message. My voice messages aren't working. Baked In, what's your... I don't see your message, bro. What's your username start with on Instagram? Damian Harris or Gaskin? Give me Gaskin, bro. I like Gaskin more and more. I admit. You're... Dim. Dude, why don't I see you popping up? Hold on. Are you sure you're sending it to the right Instagram, bro? The Fantasy Football Show? I don't see it, man. Any trades I should make? I have Kyler, CMC, Javonte, Keenan Allen, Lamb, Callaway, Higbee, Gus Edwards, Dylan, Pollard. I like it. Trade Gus the Bus and Keenan Allen for a top 4 wide receiver or something. I like using Gus the Bus to upgrade something huge, like or upgrade, Gus into something. Keenan Allen and Gus into Gibson or Najee or something. Like you could go either way, running back or wide receiver with that team. But I would definitely look to do something like that. Gaskin's going like in around 4-5. And in 5, he's a home run. He's a steal. Hit the thumbs up on your way in the door. 122 of you in here. Do some damage. 4th in a 12-team PPR. Thinking of going Adams if CMC, Cook, and Kamara are gone. I would go Zeke if it's redraft, bro, over Adams. But I can't fault you for wanting to if you want to grab wide receiver. But who's going to be there at the pick for you in round 2? When if you're drafting at, I don't know what, if it's a 12 team, but if you're drafted at like 19, 20, wherever, if it's 10, 12, whatever, you're probably not going to be even looking at Clyde anymore. So like, who's your running back going to be? You're in a prime position at the 4 spot to take Zeke Elliott, who I think is probably still the best player available. Cuff him to Tony Pollard, and then you can go downstream in round 2 and pick probably your choice of 2 or 3 of the top 7 wide receivers. So you can walk out with a Ridley or a Jefferson and Zeke versus Adams, and what are you going to do? Go Mixon? Sorry, Uzi. But I don't know. Trust your gut. Adams is worth that pick on paper. It's just a matter of what can you build with that team. Pollard is the man. I love owning Pollard. All right, let's go to the board and let's talk about breakouts. I don't see your question. Smooth. Or not Smooth Criminal. Hey, Smooth Criminal, did you send me a message too? Oh, here we go. IG's back. Dude, I wasn't getting any messages. Okay, Freed, I'm dialing you up. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good. Hold on, let me switch my mic over.
This isn't an audio message.
This is not an audio message. This is the man. that left me this question. Say it again for the people in the back.
What? This is an audio message?
Yeah. This is the man right here. The man, the myth, the legend. What's your question, pal?
So, oh man, so I'm doing this draft, and we had some crazy floods in New Jersey yesterday, and the commissioner basically is doing an unlimited time draft. So, like, I'm looking at the computer. Some people take a half hour per pick. It's crazy. So we're gonna be in round 5 soon. I'm hoping I get Javonte Williams. I'm praying I get him, and then I can keep him next year in the 5th. But I don't know how smart some of these guys are. We had a guy take 2 quarterbacks in a 1 quarterback league and has no receivers. So I don't know what the hell some of these guys are doing.
Well, that should be easy money for you, bro.
If I lose Javonte Williams and somebody accidentally clicks on him, I'm thinking Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, get one of your high-level...
What do you got so far?
All right, so I got my running backs, including the keepers. I got Najee Harris. Thank God I listened to you. I was close to getting Barkley. I don't know what I was thinking. Took Najee in 1. In 2, I took A.J. Brown. In 3, I took... you're probably not going to be happy with me in 3. I took Deontay Johnson, a receiver. 4.
Wait. You took Deontay in 3?
But it's a 2-player keeper league, so I mean, right? Like 24 guys were off the board to begin with.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's not a true 3.
Okay, so it's like a 4. It's like a 5.
Right.
Deontay and 5. Okay, you're back.
Right.
You're back in our good graces.
I'd
Okay.
be stupid if I said I took Deontay in 3.
So correct me on the board. So we got Harrison 1, technically. AJB in 2.
Right.
But where are your keepers then?
All right. So Waller's the keeper in 6. So I won't have my 6th round pick, 6th round, whatever that may be. And Kareem Hunt in 10.
Okay. So you got Harris, AJB, Hunt, Waller. Look right?
Right, and then I also got Deontay in 3, but whatever, and Lamar Jackson.
Lamar in 4?
Yes.
Okay, Harris, AJ Brown, Deontay, Lamar. Okay, so it's a good squad. You have 2 running backs. You've got 2 wide receivers. You got your quarterback. You got your tight end. You're flexible to do whatever. Now name the top 5, 6, 7 guys available.
All right. I'm clicking over in the room. All right. So basically, hold on. What the hell? I got someone calling me.
What's he doing? What's he doing calling during this time?
I don't know. All right. So receivers, you got Thielen, Juju, Ayuk, Judy, Higgins. I mean, this is CBS, so whatever ranking system they use, they got Chase and guys like Devontae Smith all the way at the bottom. They got Javonte Williams from the running back standpoint is kind of near the top, which scares me. They got Mostert, Javonte Williams, Damian Harris, Melvin Gordon, who I'm hoping somebody thinks is the starter for whatever reason. There's not too many running backs left on the board for sure.
Name them off though.
All right, Mostert, Javonte Williams, Damian Harris, Melvin Gordon, James White, Michael Carter, Jamal Williams, McKissick, Trey Sermon, Kenyon Drake, Singletary, James Conner. Yada yada. You want me to keep going?
No,
Ronald Jones?
go wide receivers.
All right.
Judy, Chase.
Yeah, and those guys are far down on this. Thielen, Juju, Ayuk, Judy, Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Claypool, Crowder, Sutton, Robbie Anderson.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, I mean,
So
yeah.
it got thin quick. I would say Javonte by far is my number 1, and you know that. Okay. The question is Jamar Chase? It's a keeper, right? You can keep Jamar Chase?
Yeah, which would be, in theory, the 5th round, right? Is my next pick.
So next year in round 5, you could keep him.
Right.
By far my next player for you to pick.
Okay. I'm thinking way ahead right now where I'm just I'm queuing up like for the last rounds in this keeper league, like Etienne, Akers, Dobbins. Like I'll take these guys in 15, 16. I'll take Etienne, or if I'm saying his name right, in like 15 or 16, just so I can keep him for 3 years. So you know, I mean, I wanted to ask about Michael Thomas because technically, if I make the playoffs, top 6, even in round 5, I know he's going to be out for a while, but I slide him in the flex. I mean, if Jameis, you know, I'm definitely gonna look for Callaway, but Michael Thomas is kind of tempting because of his track record.
Yeah, you could go MT like here. I don't know about you can't take Mike Thomas when you've got an option like Chase. Chase has such good value. I don't buy into what people are selling right now. This guy's potential bust. He can't separate. Like we heard a week and a half, no, probably 2 weeks ago, we heard that Zach Wilson was struggling, and now everyone's saying he's walking on water. It's don't listen to the noise. Jamar Chase, we're not wrong about his talent level. Now, there's some rumors about domestic stuff. I don't know how true that is, but, you know, there's always risk with any rookie. But Jamar Chase, to me, is phenomenal right here. So much so that I'm actually contemplating him over Javonte because of the keeper value. But I still take Javonte. I like Javonte enough that I think he's going to be an absolute steal in the 5th round here come next year. But this is second best, man. Chase. I would say Judy after that. I like Sermon maybe after that. Ayuk maybe after that. But those are really good options. How many picks away are you?
Looks like 12, but I think there are a couple keepers in between that are just going to pop up. And again, I mean, I might be here for 2 hours until I pick because the way, you know, like Jersey, I don't know if you saw how bad New Jersey got flooded. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was really bad yesterday.
Yeah. Well, good thing you're safe. Okay, so do you think you're going to get one of these 3, though?
I think so. I mean, I'm crossing my fingers on Javonte, but I will gladly take Chase, like you said. If I guarantee Chase will be there, guarantee.
Yeah, then you're good to go, bro. That's, I mean, Harris, Chase, AB, Deontay Waller, Lamar Hunt, you're good. MT, definitely consider MT here, or Callaway MT, whatever way you think that'll fall for you.
All right. Okay.
Callaway, MT Callaway. I love AJ Dillon around this area. You know, he's got some potential future. I love Tony Pollard around this area. Michael Carter. You know, all these guys right here in this, you know, I'm talking about after this Waller draft slot. Like, you know, I don't know who I'd recommend you grab there, but it's a good team. You're walking out with a good squad.
Yeah, well, thank you, man. I
Hey.
appreciate everything you do.
This is a good squad and an audio message.
Thanks again, buddy.
This is a marker board. All right, pal. Later.
Thank you.
All right, who's next? Who's next? Smooth Criminal, you want to be up? I'll dial you up right now, Smooth Criminal. Can you guys hear okay? Did you guys hear him okay? Smooth Criminal, I'll dial you up. What's up, pal? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. What you got for us today?
What's up, City? So I just had my draft last night. It was actually an auction draft.
Okay.
And I wanted to kind of see, like, what I should do with my running back position because I kind of went all in on, like, 4 stars.
Okay.
So I wanted to see, like, what I should do with that position.
Okay. Get your with your what position?
Okay, so I'm my running back position.
Okay.
So, like,
Hit me with it.
What is that?
Hit me with your team.
Okay, so I have Trey Lance and Kirk Cousins as my quarterback.
The 2 QB or 1?
It's 1.
Okay. Running backs?
Yeah. Alvin Kamara, AJ Dillon. And then it like falls off from there. I have Carlos Hyde, Tevin Coleman, Mark Ingram, those guys. But
Okay. Wide receivers?
Justin Jefferson,
Nice.
Stephon Diggs,
Nice.
CeeDee Lamb.
Nice.
Russell Gage.
Okay. I'm not as excited about him, but go ahead.
The problem is it's a 12-team league with 3 flexes, so it's difficult.
Okay, 3 wide receivers or 2 wide receivers and 3 flexes?
It's 2 wide receivers, 3 flexes.
Okay.
And then tight end, no fan.
Nice. Okay, so 3 flexes, and then tight ends fan.
Yep.
Okay, so you have a really good squad, and you can't be down on yourself for being thin at running back 2 when you have yourself an AJ Dillon in there who's really decent, considering you and Jefferson, Diggs, Lamb, Kamara. So if anybody's going to give you crap about that, don't listen to them. You've got to go light somewhere when you're stacking like this. Okay, so what's your question?
Right.
How are we going to fill these wide receiver or these flex spots?
Yeah, how do we? Because right now my flex is Russell Gage and Randall Cobb, so it's gross, but I feel like those stars can kind of make up for that.
Yeah, I mean, who else? What do other people have?
Let's see.
I mean, it's a deep lineup. Like, how are you going to have better than that?
It's super deep, yeah. Let's see.
Let's see what the chat's saying.
Okay, so for example, this guy has Clyde is his RB1, Fournette is his RB2, wide receiver AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin, and then his flexes are Cortland Sutton, Chase Claypool, and Brandon
Okay,
Ayuk.
I wasn't saying this was you, criminal. This is Zach. He's not. Smooth Criminal thinks you're pretending to be him. No, he dialed me up and I accepted. Smooth Criminal, I will call you up next. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know what you can do, honestly, pal. I mean, you have who you have. You're just going to have to hunt the waiver wire,
Right.
Like, I'm sure Callaway's gone. I'm sure he's gone. But, can you offer first rounders? Is this a redraft?
It's redraft,
Okay.
yeah.
Can you offer fab dollars and try and acquire, a Callaway? I gave up all 150 of my 150 fab dollars for Callaway.
For Callaway?
Yeah, I gave up all of them. Just give them to me.
Yeah, I mean, I know Gainwell's on the waiver wire, so I'm going to pay for him.
Oh, God. Get Gainwell. Yeah, get Gainwell. Take Cobb out.
Gainwell.
I mean, in time, maybe not right away. Maybe right away. We'll see. Gainwell, especially in PPR, would help you tremendously here. He's one of my sleeper, grabs.
Right. So, how much fab would you spend on Gainwell?
Well, do you think he's going to get grabbed? Or is this a case where no one drafted him for...
Probably not. He wasn't even drafted, which is kind of
Right,
surprising.
right.
I thought that he would be drafted. That's why I didn't draft him.
Now, there is some buzz around him right now. I don't know if your draft already happened.
It did.
After that point, when he, he's gotten a little bit of buzz over the last couple of week or so.
Yeah, it happened. This draft was last night.
Okay, so nobody's thinking about Gainwell. So pick up Gainwell. I mean, I'd drop what normally gets you a free agent, $5, $10?
Yeah, probably. We have 1,000 fab, so I honestly could probably spend $5 and I probably get it.
Yeah, I mean, I drop enough that no one snipes you because it's important enough for your team. You need something. The Gainwell will be really, really decent for you. I think he could take over. He's the kind of guy that could, in crafty fashion, take over the starting job in a committee where Sanders can't stay healthy. This guy is a passing machine or a reception machine. He stays after catching footballs on a jug machine. He's hungry. He's probably, now that ETN's off the board in fantasy, he's the number 1 pass catcher out of all the running backs in the 2021 draft class. So people are sleeping on Gainwell. They don't even know it. Okay.
And the other thing is, what about quarterback? Should I just pray that Trey Lance turns into something?
I mean, who's your backup? Cousins?
Yeah, Kirk Cousins. Big Ben is on the waiver wire.
You get Big Ben. Get Big Ben.
Ben.
Yeah, I don't know who you can drop, but I'm sure it's somebody you can easily drop because you got Cobb in your number 1 or number 2 flex spot. So,
Right.
Third flex spot. So who do you have?
Big Ben or Baker.
Yeah, go get Big Ben. You need another backup. You can start Big Ben week 1.
All right. Perfect.
All right, pal.
Buddy.
Later. Okay, next up. Is someone trying to get in the house? like a big banging outside. Okay, Smooth Criminal. What was your IG name again? What was Smooth Criminal's IG name again? What was it? Smooth Criminal. Damn it, I forget. Smooth Criminal, what's your IG name? Let's call Baked In Boys. Can't talk right now, bro. Aw, damn. Baked In Boys can't talk right now. Let's call Dom. Gainwell going to be the receiving back. Absolutely. Let's call Dom. What's up, Dom? Hey, can I put you on the fantasy football show?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay, Dom. This is Dom. Dr. Dom. What's your question, bro?
Yeah, so I had my draft. What kind of trade? I remember what I said? I said I had Camaro. I went number second pick, right?
Okay, Camaro at the 2 pick. Go ahead.
I have is it 2 quarterback leads? So I took what's his name? Sorry, Lamar Jackson. That's the second pick, like a second round pick.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I went Mixon because all the running backs are gone at that point. So the best one available was Mixon.
Okay.
And then I went Kittle.
Okay.
And then I went I think another running back. Hold on a second. Give me a second here.
Yeah. And who your wide receiver or QB2 is? You guys want in next? DM me on Instagram, the Fantasy Football Show, and you can get in line here. Smooth Criminal, what's your IG name? On the road, can't talk right now. Okay.
Sorry, hold on. Sorry. Okay, so I went. So the fifth one I went. Kittle and J-Rob. That's my fifth pick.
J-Rob, so you got Mixon, J-Rob, and Kamara?
Yeah. And then I went Amari Cooper. And Callaway, Ayuk, Michael Thomas, Chase Edmonds, DJ Chark, AJ Dillon on my bench. Who should I trade for?
Who's your QB2?
I got Winston and Big Ben. Okay, package deals.
So, I'd probably say guys I look to sell high. Mixon. You could upgrade a quarterback if you wanted. I don't mind Winston, but I'm just thinking of ways you could like throw in a, because you could get Callaway. How many wide receivers you start?
It's just two in a flex.
Okay, so you could technically start Callaway and MT all year. You could maybe get rid of Ayuk and a J-Rob, or an Ayuk and a Mixon, like potentially trade to upgrade this one starting spot. So like Clyde Edwards-Helaire comes to mind. Why do I always write CH? I don't know.
But yeah, you could get more for like Mixon and like Ayuk than the Clyde.
Maybe not. I mean,
maybe not. Yeah.
I mean, Mixon depends how you value him. Some people value him in the third round. Some people value him in the second. So try for a Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson. Yeah, that'd be something.
Try for a Harris or a Gibson, and then Clyde next would be for me. And you could always use Ayuk or J-Rob to try and upgrade. And 2 QB leagues are tough to trade for quarterbacks, but you could try and upgrade into one of the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks. Like you put a Kyler in here, you put obviously a Josh Allen or something like that. That's going to be pretty fire. But I just try and upgrade either Mixon, Winston, or J-Rob. So like J-Rob and Ayuk, you can keep Mixon if you like him. J-Rob and Ayuk, for Gibson or Harris, Mixon and Ayuk for Gibson or Harris. You might be able to reach higher, like you said, with using Mixon. Maybe get a Zeke. A lot of people are like iffy on Zeke Elliott.
Okay, now what do you think for starting wide receivers? Who should I take out of these two? Cooper, Callaway, Ayuk, DJ Shark. One. Right now I got Cooper and Callaway. That's what I'm
Yeah, until Ayuk is struggling with drops, and we just got to see where he's at. But I definitely feel like Callaway shouldn't be sat in week 1.
Yeah, like he could go off, right? Like
Yeah.
yeah. So that's my starting lineup: Jackson, Linden.
I like it, man.
Callaway.
We'll get to work on trading 2 for 1. I think 2 for 1 will do you some good.
All right, I'll try to get Zeke or something for Mixon. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get some bites on that.
Yeah, try it. Callaway and MT should be pretty safe for you. I wouldn't even be opposed to putting Ayuk in your lineup and trading Cooper, like Cooper and J-Rob for a top dog.
Okay, like top 10 pick?
Maybe even a little higher than that. But yeah, I mean, if you could trade Cooper and J-Rob for shoot for the moon, man.
What do you think about Damon Harris? Like, could I maybe pick him up?
Damian Harris?
Yeah.
I mean, you should be able to trade like Ayuk straight up for Harris or trade, like I wouldn't trade J-Rob or, for Harris straight up.
You wouldn't?
No. I wouldn't. I'm not completely sold on Harris. I think that Stevenson starts like 4 or 5 games like that. Regardless of how it looks, that situation always starts different running backs, throughout the year.
Yeah, I've seen guys play for the Patriots get like 3 touchdowns first game, and
yeah,
I just score for the rest of the year.
Yeah, go try it. Go take some stabs and bring it back.
Sounds good, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Okay, who your daddy? Are you dialing me up? What's up? Nick's next. You guys like the taking calls? How's everybody like this? You like taking calls? This might become the main thing we do here. Fantasy football court and marker board session, baby. Nick? Calling Nick? Nick, you're not picking up. Okay, you guys like it? Sweet. Can you hear okay? Can you guys hear the caller okay? Can you hear me okay? It's not too loud, not too soft. I got the mic right here. I've hit my head on it a couple times. One call away. Testing. One call away, testing. Okay, Nick, you're not answering. Nick, take a lap. Let's see if we can get some different tunes on here. Okay. Who's next? Nick, we tried calling you, pal. Rob, DM me on Instagram, The Fantasy Football Show, Rob. Who wants to come on The Fantasy Football Show live right now? I'll call you up on Instagram video. We'll see if my YouTube exclusive group wants to jump in. Tabrin, you want to call? Later, who your daddy? Jose, you want to call? I'm going to call Jose. Alright, until I get a call here, let's go over some stuff. Safe players for 2021. That's kind of what we've been talking about today. Safe players for 2021. Here's round 1. Here's round 2. Round 3. Round 4. Let's just skip to round 2. Three, 4, 5. Safest players in round 2. Empire. What's up, Empire Fantasy Football? Appreciate you. Everybody go check out Empire Fantasy Football. Go to smitty1.com and click on the image that I have. Right when you load smitty1.com, there'll be a banner that you'll see Empire Fantasy. Check them out. Play Empire Fantasy. Need your help for Sunday's draft? Go to heysmitty.com, pal. Although Sunday I'm pretty booked, but hit me up in a DM first. Okay, so save players. Let me pull up an ADP. In round 2, the safest players. Ridley. Probably one of the safest round 2 players you can find. Number 1, Ridley could be the number 1 wide receiver in fantasy football 2021. Like, he literally could be number 1. You have everybody taking Adams up in round 1, and Ridley might be the number 1, and you get him around 2, which is why I really like Najee Harris at the end of round 1, because you're getting arguably the best wide receiver still in round 2 and not having to spend your draft capital on Adams and then not get the running back you want down in round 2. So Ridley becomes like a fantastic player to draft in round 2 because he serves 2 purposes. He gets you, quite honestly, top 1 to 5 wide receiver value. Sorry, I see some of the super chats here. Thanks again, Empire Fantasy. Go check out Empire Fantasy. Go to smitty1.com, smitty1.com. Click on the Empire Fantasy banner. Do it now. Rockout says, got a trade offer for Mark Andrews. I would get TJ Hawkinson and Jamar Chase. I'd take that at a heartbeat. Even if it's redraft, I'd take it, Rockout. I think Jamar Chase will still be fine. Hawkinson's pretty... you could rank Hawkinson above Andrews. Take it. Take it and run, pal. Take that and run. Thank you, Terry. Smitty, I took Barkley in the 3rd. He was just sitting there. I don't know how you got Barkley in the 3rd, bro. Even I like that. Thank you, Bruno. 119 of you in here, please hit the thumbs up. Okay, so Ridley's probably the safest round 2 player in fantasy 2021. Diggs maybe 2. You could almost say Diggs and Ridley are both like tied for the safest player in round 2. Gibson's got a lot of upside, but he does still have a little bit of risk, so I won't call him the safest player. I will say he's a mixed bag of extreme top 5 running back upside and a little more risk than like Diggs or Ridley, so I'm not going to put him in that category. I think DK's pretty darn safe. As you can tell, we're talking about wide receivers here, are the safe bets here. Jefferson is so darn safe in round 2, and if you get him at the top of round 1, straight up fire emoji. Fire. Fire. AJ Brown actually doesn't feel as safe as Ridley, Diggs, and Jefferson. I know I'm one of his biggest fans. Like, I went live with AJ Brown before the start of last year, and I told him, I was like, you're gonna be a top 5 wide receiver, and he's like, but really? You know, I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. You let me do the predicting, you do the playing. Now get out there and produce top 5 wide receiver numbers. It was funny because after the season, I was messaging him. He was in the live, and I'm like, hey, man, what's up? You remember me? And he had me come into his live. He's like, why do you think I added you? And so we talked about it again. And we talked about Julio Jones before he landed in Tennessee, and I said, is Julio coming? And he goes, and we all thought his hesitation was a tell, and I think we were right. Dude knew something. I mean, and I could have posted it because it was on his live and he didn't save it. So it was like we were breaking news talking to AJ Brown right there. It was like we could have literally, people would have been, if anyone screen grabbed that, they didn't. I got a bunch of screenshot like photos of it, but if anybody screen grabbed it, we would have been breaking news with that interview because he was very telling as to what was going on. So AJ Brown, I put AJ Brown at the bottom of the Diggs, Ridley, DK Jefferson tier, not because I don't love him. I love him. And he could be number 1 overall. He could be the number 1 wide receiver in fantasy football 2021. He really could be. But when you're talking about 7 guys, all of which have top 1 overall value, and this particular one just got handed Julio Jones, who I'm not super worried about him. He's not going to take AJ Brown's job, but what's he do to the dynamic of that offense? They're a run-heavy offense. They're going to run a ton. They're run first, and now you have Julio Jones. Unlike Corey Davis and Jonnu, Julio's going to probably eat a little bit more into the targets that were potentially designated to AJ Brown. Now AJ Brown could then absorb some of Jonnu Smith's targets and Corey Davis's. So like, there's a lot to go around. But the dynamic has completely changed. We don't know what we're really looking at with that Tennessee offense anymore. It might pass in a different way than it did before. So to just take Corey Davis's target share, take Jonnu's target share, and to say allocate it to Julio Jones and don't touch AJ Brown's value. Like, it's hard to do it like that. Then you have the knee issues. He had double knee surgeries in the offseason, which I feel like everything's good now, but we don't know. So just the combination of all that makes him not a super safe as Jefferson, DK, Ridley, and Diggs, in my opinion. Past that, we're out of. I mean, Clyde's. Let's be honest, Clyde, AJ Brown. These guys aren't, I love them, but they're not super safe. Clyde is a mixed bag of top 5 running back upside. I love him. I'm not putting an X through him. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not saying don't draft him. I'm not saying don't draft A.J. Brown. But these guys do have a little bit more risk. They're not the safest players in round 2. The safest players in round 2 are Diggs, Ridley, DK, and JJ. Those are the safest players in 2021 round 2 by far. In round 3, Justin Jefferson sometimes falls into round 3. If he's one of the safest players in round 2, you can imagine he is the only and safest player in round 3 if I had to pick one. I think CeeDee Lamb is pretty darn safe in round 3. I mean, the only thing you could say is, what if injury strikes the team? Even if Dak went down, I still feel like CD could survive. I mean, he is that kind of player. He's that. If you don't want him to be without Dak, you'll do less CeeDee Lamb things without Dak. But he is definitely a guy that can survive no matter what. He's that type of wide receiver. But Dak is on the field. Dak is healthy. We can't start talking about what if Dak goes down or what if he's not. He's not down. He's fine. He looks good. He's back throwing. His back isn't, I don't think, affecting him. And his foot, unless he gets rolled up on, you got to assume he's going to be fine all year. So CeeDee Lamb is one of the safest round 2 players in fantasy football. You could say Keenan Allen is pretty safe, but he's kind of injury prone. So I'm going to leave him off, even though he feels like his production's safe, his volume's going to be safe, but he is an injury risk. Number 4, it's like literally in round 4, the safest player by far, Ziggy. Notifications.
One new notification from Amazon Shopping. Dry eraser has arrived.
The dry eraser marker has arrived. Woo! Ziggy, thank you.
Anytime.
Ziggy, how many receiving yards did CeeDee Lamb have in 2020?
Here's something I found on the web. According to FoxNews.com, Lamb had 62 receptions for 1,327 receiving yards and 14 touchdowns, which was tied for 5th in the nation.
That's not right, but we love it.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Yeah, Ziggy, you're getting us wrong. I wish you had 14 TDs, Ziggy. Damn, Ziggy. Ziggy's full of shit. Okay, so we can't trust Ziggy, but we love him. Let's see. Let's ask Ziggy something else. Ziggy, how many passing yards did Josh Allen have in 2020?
In the 2020 season, Josh Allen threw for 4,544 yards for the Buffalo Bills. He was ranked 5th in 2020.
Ziggy, how many passing touchdowns did Josh Allen have?
In 16 games in 2020, Josh Allen.
Yes? Ziggy, how many passing touchdowns did Josh Allen have?
In 16 games in 2020, Josh Allen.
Computer, how many passing touchdowns did Josh Allen have?
In 16 games in 2020, Josh Allen.
Did somebody not update something? Computer, how many passing touchdowns did Josh Allen have in 2020?
In the 2020 season, Josh Allen threw 37 passing touchdowns for the Buffalo Bills. He was ranked 5th in 2020.
So why does computer know that, but Ziggy doesn't? Ziggy, how many passing touchdowns did Josh Allen have?
Here are some results.
God, Ziggy's way behind computer. Ziggy, what's 400 times 1,000? Computer, what's 400 times 1,000?
400 times 1,000 is 400,000.
400 times 1,000 is 400,000.
Okay, so we're calibrating Ziggy a little bit. Ziggy, fart.
That was a spicy one.
Yes,
Try asking me for a long fart.
Ziggy.
Or say random.
Ziggy, long fart.
Here comes a long fart. Do you want to hear another one?
No, Ziggy. Okay. All right, where were we at? Ziggy!
Smelly.
Ziggy, stop. All I know is Ziggy's behind. We got to calibrate Ziggy. Ziggy doesn't know what he's doing. Ziggy, stop!
Okie dokie.
He's got like his own personality. I literally told him to stop, and he keeps doing it. Okay. I love how that upsets some people. Like some people are loving that content, and other people that get upset. Bro, what's this content? Okay. Round 4, the only safe player. Like the massively safe player. Like to an extreme degree. Like without hesitation, without equivocation. This is it. Like he sticks out like a sore thumb. This is why I love drafting this man, Josh Allen, at in round 4. Like it's the only play. If he falls, he doesn't always fall. Sometimes he goes here. But let's do this. Let's put Josh Allen here. If you're in a league where quarterbacks do go early, Josh Allen is still the safest player in round 3. He's the safest player by far in round 3, and still safest player by a long shot in round 4, or especially in round 4. But he is still my favorite player to draft in all of 2021, Josh Allen. Out of every player in fantasy football 2021, my number 1 favorite drafted player is Josh Allen, because he is the safest player you could find anywhere around him. I love Jefferson, I love CD, but it's still no contest in round 3. He is the safest guy. This is what he had last year, according to Ziggy. I mean, I should probably back that up. Let me look it up. Ziggy's going to make me look like a fool. Josh Allen, 2020 stats.
This might answer your question. According to Wikipedia, Joshua Patrick Allen is an American football quarterback for the Buffalo Bills of the National Football League. He played 1 year of junior college football at Ridley College before transferring to the University of Wyoming, where he led the Cowboys to a Mountain West Conference division title and 2 bowl games.
Thank you, Ziggy.
You're welcome.
God. He's kind of annoying, but I like him. So Josh Allen in 2020, just gotta confirm these stats are correct, because I don't trust Ziggy. Not yet. Me and Ziggy are developing this trust as of right now. So Josh Allen, 45, 44, 37. 45, 44. I think Josh Allen drops 5,000 yards passing with the extra game. Easy. Okay? So 45, 44, take that out. 5,000 plus passing yards. Easy. And I say he throws for 45 touchdowns minimum. Plus 4 to 5 rushing touchdowns. $5,050, around 49 to 50 total TDs in 2021. Not to mention how many rushing yards did this man have in 2020. He had 421 yards. Give him another 400. Let's just say he's doing so well in the air. 400 rushing yards. Let's say he just can't run for more. He's throwing too much. 400 rushing yards. 4 to 5 TDs. This is like a half a running back. 4 to 5 rushing TDs and 400 yards. It's like half a running back. And it's not like Lamar, where Lamar's a running back and then kind of a quarterback. Like if you took away Lamar's running stats, he wouldn't be an elite quarterback. You take away Allen's 400 and 4 to 5 TDs, he's still the number 1 fantasy football quarterback in the NFL, but you're getting this bonus amount of yards and touchdowns, 400 plus on the ground with 4 to 5 rushing touchdowns. Maybe more than 4 to 5 rushing touchdowns. He could have 6 of them. Like that is a lot of extra stats to pile on top of a 40 to 45 TD passer, 48 to 5,000 yard passer. Josh Allen is the definition of safety in 2021. If you want to win your league, you're getting this man. No, not in round 1, not in round 2. Your 3rd drafted player. You're having a Kamara in a Ridley, or a Kamara and a Jefferson, or a Zeke Elliott and a DK, or an Adams and Harris, or a Harris and Ridley and Josh Allen. He's your 3rd player. He's your 3rd player. It's unbelievable value. It's absolutely crazy. Let me see if I can call. Want to go live on the Fantasy Football Show right now on video, IG. Then we got to go to Fantasy Football Court. Can't wait to see Fitzpatrick sling the ball this year. Those projections are ridiculous. How, Tex? You got an extra game. The guy's getting better. He had 45-44 last year. Like, even if you just added a 300-yard game to that, you're close to 5,000 yards right there. That's if he doesn't improve. Dude had 37 TDs in 2020. Give him an extra game. Give him 2 or 3 more TDs. He's already at 40. So you're saying my 5 more TD predictions is ridiculous off of his pace from last year? My 200 or 300 more yards off his pace from last year is ridiculous. Like, how can you say those, what did you say? Those projections are ridiculous. How can you say these projections are ridiculous when I'm literally 3 TDs and like 3 or 4 TDs and 300, 400 yards off his pace? Like, how is that garbage? Billy, wanna be live on the show? I'm sending you guys some messages. Ben, come on, Ben. Ben says Fitzmagic will outscore Josh Allen. He's trying to get a rise out of me, but that's ridiculous, bro. Should I pit Gus the Bus Edwards or Mike Davis? Get Mike Davis, pal. Mike Davis. Okay, let's see. We got one more caller potentially. Billy. Let me see if Jose wants to go live here. You want to go live on the Fantasy Football Show on speakerphone here and break down your question or any questions you have right now? Billy, I've been waiting here. I see you reading it and you're not responding. So Billy, I'm moving on. What about Kyler and Dak and Russell Wilson? I love those guys, but Josh Allen's the man. Safest pick you can find in 2021 fantasy football. So basically what I'm telling you is the best team you could assemble in 2021 would look something like this. This is round 1, this is round 2, this is round 3, this is round 4. The best team you could assemble, let's say from the 1 spot. CMC, I mean, if Ridley fell, it would be crazy. Ridley sometimes falls and sometimes Ridley goes here. Kind of depends. Why do I keep using? I have an eraser on the back of this. So Ridley could go here or here. It just kind of depends. But the ideal scenario would be Ridley, and then Jefferson, and you're probably not getting Josh Allen here, but maybe you get Ben wants a call. Let's give Ben a call. What's up, pal? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. I do have to tell you, calls will be recorded and documented for quality assurance purposes.
All right.
What can we help you with?
I mean, I got a couple questions. Well, I mean, first of all, Fitzmagic is probably going to get more points than Josh Allen this year.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
I just remember a couple of years ago, he was putting out 40s every week. I mean, I just did my first Superflex. I may have reached a little on him. I got him like round 6, but.
So you're not joking? You really think that Fitzmagic's gonna outscore Josh Allen, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say. Well, I think it's gonna be close. I mean, at least for the first few weeks. But I mean, could you just rate my Superflex team?
Yeah, let's go ahead and break it down. Just to warn you, I did hit the take a lap button, but it's okay, bro. We all do our own thing. We all beat to our own drum. You like Fitzmagic over Josh Allen, that's fine. But I will say that you can still love him. And the good news is he's going to be had very, very late. Like, I hope in a 1 QB league you're not taking him way too early. It sounds like you probably are, but it's okay. All right, hit me with your team. Let's break it down.
All right, this is my first time ever doing a Superflex, so I had the first pick. I got Mahomes. Running back, I have Gibson and James Robinson. Wide receiver, I have CeeDee Lamb and Cooper Kupp, and Corey Davis is probably like my third. And then I got Kittle at tight end.
Yeah, you did good. Kittle, and you got Fitz at your QB2?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot better team. Who was your third wide receiver?
Let me check to make sure. It's like Corey Davis.
Okay, Corey Davis. A lot better team than from somebody that just said that Josh Allen was going to get outscored by Fitz, but
I have like Tyler Boyd, Gaskin.
I like it. That squad. Fitz has 10 games in him and he gets hurt, bro. So temper expectations a little bit. I like Fitz. He's gonna do well. He's gonna ball, but he get Heineke. Back him up with Heineke. He's probably available.
Yeah, well, I was able to get Justin Fields pretty late, so.
Oh, that's good. You'll be fine there. So
if he has a good second half.
Yeah, you got Fields. You're good.
Yeah.
But you might want to grab Heineke though, just to back Fitz up, and then you have some trade value. Gibson's great. J-Rob's great. Lamb, Kupp is good. Corey Davis, Kittle. Who are your bench guys? Like your top bench guys?
Top bench guys. Tyler Boyd, Darrell Henderson, Gaskin, Russell Gage, and Corey Davis.
Why is Gaskin on your bench, bro? Trade J-Rob, Hendy, Boyd, Kupp, Corey Davis. Trade a combo of those guys for one better player than J-Rob. Or no. Sorry. Wait, do you have a flex or no?
It's like a double flex. So I have Boyd in there right now.
So you have 3 wide receivers and then a flex?
Yeah.
Okay, so get Gaskin in the flex, not Boyd. Gaskin's your flex, easily. Like, Gaskin's a potential high-end running back, too.
Yeah, and with, like, Gibson, I have, like, my big league draft this weekend. I'm at, it's an 18, though, so, I mean, it's not different than 12.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Get Gaskin in there. What are you thinking? Get Gaskin in there. He's potentially your running back, too. Like,
yeah,
I like J-Rob, but I think Gaskin gives J-Rob a run for his money for your running back 2 spot. Trade Kupp, Davis, Boyd, Hendy. Keep Gaskin. Trade one of those guys. You could trade J-Rob and Boyd, J-Rob and Kupp, and get one better running back or wide receiver, like a JJ. Get a Justin Jefferson using J-Rob and Kupp. Get a Ridley, get an AJ Brown, get somebody like that, or running back, get a Clyde, over there. Try and get Najee Harris using J-Rob and any 1 or 2 of Boyd, Hendy, Kupp, Davis. I would trade J-Rob, Kupp, and Hendy all for 1 running back and get a beast of a player in this J-Rob spot.
Yeah, I mean, I'll check around the league, maybe send some trades.
I mean, Gibson, Harris, and Gaskin would be fire. Or if you keep Gaskin and you're running back 2 and you get rid of J-Rob, or even if you could do it for Hendy and Cup for a guy like, I mean, Clyde, it wouldn't be crazy. You could pull it off. You send enough trade offers to people, you could get somebody to accept something that they shouldn't be accepting. You could get it. You could get something like that.
Yep.
Okay. All right, pal. I appreciate you.
All right, thanks, Smitty.
Yep. Later. All right, we're going to go over Fantasy Football Court. We'll do more marker board. We'll do more marker board later. We've got literally 25 minutes for Fantasy Football Court. Let's get the mic switch back. There we go.
It's time for fantasy football. Court!
Time for Fantasy Football Court. You know the drill. You give me your question, I give you my ruling. I am the judge, jury, and executioner of your fantasy football questions. Tabron says, let me just make sure I didn't miss any super chats because I have not been near the chat. Looks like I did. Oh no, I got rock out. Okay. Good. Here we go. Why is Najee Harris blowing up? What do you mean? Why is his ADP increasing, or why do I think he'll blow up? I think he'll blow up because he's elite. He's in a great situation. He's going to be fed. He's going to be a volume hog. Big Ben looks better than we thought. Tabron. So, blow up. Tabron, draft at number 7, full PPR, 12 spot. What is the move? 12 spot. Draft at 7. I thought you meant the 7 spot. I'm like, you just said the 12 spot. The move is probably like Harrison, Diggs, Harrison, Hill, Gibson and Hill, Gibson and Diggs. I don't know that I like the wide receiver. If it's a 10-teamer, you can maybe pull it off and get like a Clyde, maybe, but maybe not. I'd rather go with the running back. I mean, of course, if like Elliott or someone crazy fell to you, you got to, change directions, bro. But Harris and Diggs sound great to me from the 12, 13. You could go Gibson and Harris and hope that Lamb falls, but if he doesn't, I don't like your wide receivers or your team. So I would go with one running back, one wide receiver, not because I'm drafting a position. I don't do that. I'm a best player available guy. But best player available is affording you to go wide receiver, running back, or running back, wide receiver. So you got to take it. Next question. JML Sports says this is lit. Of course it is. Of course it is. 110 of you in here, please hit the thumbs up. Tabron says, thank you, man. And hopefully Allen falls next round so you can stack Diggs and Allen. Absolutely. And if you don't get him, shame on you. And you're going to be upset all year, Tabron. Make it happen. Alex says, I have Christian McCaffrey running back 1, then Dylan, Gainwell, Hines, James Conner for running back 2. What do you do? Well, Alex, it depends on what you did with your other picks. Did you blow them? Or do you have like Ridley and Justin Jefferson and Lamb? Because if you do, or you at least have like Ridley and Justin Jefferson, then you made out like a bandit, okay? And you could be fine. You'll be fine, and I'll help you along the way. But if you have Christian McCaffrey and you don't have your running back 2 on lock, which is fine, you better not have like Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp as your wide receivers and then come to me and say, I tried the punting running back 2, Smitty, and I did it with Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. Or I did it with A-Rob, and not that I don't like A-Rob, but you can't forego your running back 2 and do this approach. You have to have good wide receivers, bro. Okay, so here you go. You have A.J. Brown, Waller, Josh Allen, and Judy. You're fine. You're fine. You built it a certain way, and I like it. You need to stay on top of the running backs, which you are. You got Gainwell, like I advised you. You got A.J. Dillon. You could trade for Javonte Williams on the cheap. Make sure you stay on top of the waiver wire, not just at running back. Get those wide receivers like Callaway that you could then trade for a running back later. Be on top of all positions on waiver wire. Whether it's Trey Lance is sitting there because people are unaware of what's really going to go down in week 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, be proactive, grab as many big talents as you can, and then flip Connor when he has a big game and looks like he might be the guy. Flip Connor for something bigger. So you just got to stay on waiver. Don't waver from your plan. Your plan was to go light at running back 2 for a reason. A.J. Dillon could be serviceable. Gainwell could eventually be. Don't stray from your plan. Don't waver from your plan. Hit the waiver wire and be the man. Do you like Edwards? So that's my ruling there. Do you like Edwards or Ruggs? Do I think Edwards or Ruggs will have a better season? Edwards, bro. I'm not a fan of Ruggs. He's a speed guy. He doesn't have it. He's not going to be an elite player, in my opinion. So, no, Edwards. Although I worry a little bit about everybody there. Jalen Hurts, Mixon, JT, Gibson, Singletary, Adams, Keenan Allen, Hollywood, Callaway. I love the Callaway pick. Logan Thomas. Should I trade anyone? Yes, I would trade. Hurts is good. Hurts is risky, but I like him. Top 6 to 10 potential at quarterback. I don't like Mixon. I'm not a big Mixon fan. You got JT and Gibson. You're fine at running back. You could trade Mixon away for a Justin Jefferson, bro. You could get Jefferson in there with Keenan Allen. Man, you got a good team. What's this, a four-person league? Or maybe this is one of those like one-person leagues on Underdog or something. Like, this is your best ball team. Like, I'm trying to, in like a 4-team league, like a 4-person league. This is crazy. Trade Mixon. Sell him high. Sell him while he's got potential second-round value. Trade him with Woods. Trade Mixon and Woods for Najee Harris, bro. Trade Mixon and Woods for a Tyreek Hill. Trade Mixon and Woods for whatever. Trade Woods or trade Woods and Mixon for one guy. That's the move. That's the move. James, trade Dak plus Gainwell for Burrow and Javonte Williams, I assume, not Jamal. Dak and Gainwell for Burrow and Javonte. I assume it's a dynasty. Look, Burrow's going to be fine in the long run, but this trade could hurt you in year 1 because Dak's going to outscore Burrow, and Javonte may or may not get going right away. We don't really know. So I'm going to say, if you're making the move for the future, get Javonte Williams and Burrow. But it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a little bit. But if you're in win now mode, or if it's redraft, Dak and Gainwell. But it could go either way, bro. It's a really, really tough one. Joel, your honor. Burger and fries or pizza? Pizza. Especially that deep dish at Lou Molinati's. You've got to be out of your mind. Fantastic stuff. In fact, I'm going to take that $5, broski, and go get me a pizza pie maybe after this, and then Instagram live it for you. That's what I want. Smitty, this is my team. Mahomes, Henry, Hunt, Ridley, Lamb, Fant, Curtis Samuel, and Ayuk 10 team. So Mahomes, Henry, Hunt, Ridley, Lamb, Fant. That's a good team, bro. How did you do in your draft? Should you make any trades to better your running back than Hunt? Better your running back situation. Okay. So you know my opinion on Henry, man. I would look to maybe sell him midseason. I think he's going to start off on a tear. He's going to be a beast. People are going to go, told you, Smitty, Henry's great. How do you feel about Henry now, Smitty? You feel stupid? You feel stupid? Henry had 150 yards and 2 touchdowns in week 1. You feel stupid? No, I don't. Because my advice is that he's going to do that, then you got to sell him high. Henry's going to do well. Most likely. There's the risk that, he breaks down quickly, but he has had a ton of work over, including playoffs, 800 carries in 2 years. You add in just half of a year, he's going to be at 1,000 carries in less than 3 years' time. 2.5 years, really. And I just think that in a PPR especially, he is not worth a top 5 pick. He will be initially, maybe. And that's why you sell high. That's why I'm kind of okay with trading for him. Or drafting him and then trading him. But it's a tall order to expect Henry to deliver what he did last year again this year, even remotely close to it. And no running back repeats even close to their same numbers coming off a 2,000-yard season. But I think the player to trade here, let's see. You could trade Hunt and Ayuk for a Clyde or a Harris or a Gibson or something like that, or a Jefferson. Try and get Jefferson somehow. The only problem is if you trade Hunt, who's your running back too? So you almost can't really, I don't know who your bench is. You didn't really tell me. I would say go to the Lamb owner. See what running back the CD Lamb owner has. Let's say the CD Lamb owner had Clyde. I would take Lamb and Clyde over Henry. I would do something creative if you can. If not, wait till Henry pops off and then make a trade. But it's a good team. I don't think you need to do anything right now, but just get ready to trade Henry at the right time is all I'm going to tell you. Kent with a super chat. When should you draft Kelsey in an 8-team standard league? In an 8-team league, you're guaranteed even more of a solid tight end option if you wait on a tight end. So to answer your question, I would say in the end of round 2, I'm not taking Kelsey in round 1. I know some people live off of that motto, and that's what they do. I'm taking Kelsey in round 1. I've got a huge advantage. And you know what? If you know how to draft and navigate around a Kelsey in round 1 draft style, by all means take Kelsey in round 1. If that's what you do and you know how to do it. But if you've never drafted Kelsey early or a tight end early and built a team, it's harder than it looks. You chase around at other positions. You're chasing quarterback, wide receiver, running back, the whole draft. You're chasing those positions because you went early Kelsey. And even in round 2, you're kind of doing that. So if you have pick 5 and you take Elliott, and then in the middle of round 2 you take Kelsey. Now you're pretty good, but now you got to go wide receiver. You're panicking, right? And then when you take wide receiver, you come back. You're I got to go running back now because now I'm in the 4th round. You start running in circles, and if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to screw yourself and not be prepared for it. So my advice, take a Logan Thomas. With an 8-team league, there are 8 really good tight ends in 2021. I don't know why people say the tight end pool is thin. Oh, tight end's very thin. No, it's not. It's deep as hell. You've got Logan Thomas. You've got Robert Tonyan, both of which in a 12-team league, not an 8. A 12-team league are going in rounds 9, 10, 11, 12. Logan Thomas was the number 3 tight end. Bobby Boy Robert Tonyan he gets drafted in 10, 11, 9, and he dropped 11 TDs in 2021. Ziggy, how many touchdowns did Robert Tonyan have in 2020?
In the 2020 season, Robert Tonyan had 11 total touchdowns.
11? All of them were receiving. All of them were receiving, Ziggy? Ziggy, were all touchdowns received?
No messages from today.
Ziggy, get out. Ziggy, stop. Get out of here. Guy's a mess. Computer, is Ziggy smart?
Here's something I found on the web. According to fandom.com,
Ziggy, stop.
Ziggy is kind and helpful.
Oh. Computer, stop. Oh, where were we? So yeah, go tight end late, pal. That's my opinion. Get Logan Thomas. Get Robert Tonyan. Get Noah Fant. Get Tyler Higbee, the next potential Hawkinson. Get one of those guys and focus on grabbing an extra Justin Jefferson or Gibson or Najee Harris. You get an extra guy like that and Logan Thomas, your two players are blowing the person that got Kelsey and later player out of the water, in my opinion. And you know, Kelsey's no spring chicken. I know no one wants to believe it, but Kelsey could come back down to earth one of these years. And I think it's not crazy to think that this could be a year potentially that Kelsey starts missing time. So give me Logan Thomas and Gibson. Give me Logan Thomas and Harris. Give me Logan Thomas and Ridley. Give me Logan Thomas and Justin Jefferson. I don't need Kelsey in round 2. I do have a track record with drafting tight ends and breakout tight ends. Tell him, Ziggy. Ridley, attaboy. Frank says Ridley. Damn, Frank. Smitty, you missed my super chat. Okay, I'm hunting for it. I'm on the hunt. There it is, Kenny. It's weird how they show up like that. Kent, I got yours. Kent, I appreciate the super chat, by the way. Kenny, Atlanta signing Gallman today. Let me check the news real quick and see what's inked and what's not. We've been live for almost 2 hours now, so I'm kind of out of the loop in the middle of the show. I try and look at the news when I can. During the year, we're going to have to. Perriman signed with the Bears. Interesting signing. Gallman already signed with the Falcons. Olsen was waived. Gallman's an interesting land because if you have Mike Davis, you do want to make sure you get Gallman. Gallman's pretty talented, and he is the backup running back there. So if something happened to Mike Davis, that would be a good move. In fact, I have a league where I think this might be appropriate for me to pick up Gallman because I have Mike Davis, and it would be pretty smart of me to have the duo. So pardon me real quick while I pull up my league and waste your time while I pick up Gallman. Because this league I got Mike Davis as my running back 2. I lost J.K. Dobbins. And my league's not loading. Well, that's convenient. It's probably because everybody's rushing out to pick up Gallman. He's not a great grab for everybody. But if you own Mike Davis, he's a fantastic addition. Okay, so let me go into this league here. This league, where is it? Gallman. If he's taken already, I'm going to be pissed off. He's not. Who do I drop, though? I guess, Lat Murray. Alright, I put in a claim. It's one of those stupid claim ad drops. I hate that. I like first come, first serve. This whole claim crap. Even Steven! Hey, but Smitty, I need time to go ahead and process, the information and put my claim in. It's not fair if you can get on and first come, first serve that shot. Toughen up. So, Kenny, yeah, Gallman. Now, I've got you covered on that one, right? If you own Mike Davis, go grab him. He's not a bad grab in, like, a deep league. Like, if you need somebody, he's not bad. 135 people in here and only 106 thumbs. It's still good. I'm not mad at it, but I still want Terry to apply the pressure at everybody. I want 106 thumbs up to not be enough for Terry. I want Terry to be upset about it, and this is what he's doing. Excellent, Terry. Appreciate you. Smitty, I managed to trade Mark Andrews and Davis for Najee Harris and picked up Higbee off of the waiver. So essentially, you got Higbee, you could look at it, and Najee for... Jeez. Matt, you put the clamp on that, bro. Jeez, pal. I got you. That's insane. Matt, you put the clamps on everybody on that one, pal. Dr. Dom says, tight end whisperer Smitty, does Kittle outscore Waller this year if both don't miss any games? That's a good question. I'm going to say if Kittle doesn't miss a game, he definitely outscores Waller. But that's the problem, is like Waller probably will outscore him because Kittle will potentially miss games. I'm not sure about his labrum, but I believe he has 100% tear in his labrum. That's what the report was. I can't confirm it, but there was a report that he had 100% tear. Now, your labrum can repair itself. You can heal it. It can repair. But when you have 100% tear, now maybe it's an 80 and somebody reported it wrong and it's getting better, and maybe a year from now they're like, oh, my labrum's fine. Like, that's how news hits with us. It's horrible. We live in a horrible news age now for fantasy football. We don't get told anything. We get told stuff the year after. Oh, yeah. We're going to find out. Barkley had cleanup surgery in June. That's why he's so behind. Like, that stuff hits later, and it explains a lot later, too. Like, there might be something with Barkley like that we hear about. But he has 100% torn labrum, I believe. And so you can't heal that. You have to have surgery. He wears that harness on his shoulder, which keeps the strength there, the ability to, like, that's got to have some compensation effects downstream. I think potentially Kittle is always going to feel like a 2 or 3 or 4 game miss kind of guy. But we'll see. I'm going to say Waller outscores him, but to answer your question properly, if they both play a full slate of games, Kittle's just a different breed, man. When he's on the field, he's a monster. I like Waller, but Kittle's just insane. Ben says you scam that guy, Garrett, in your trade. What is Garrett's trade? Garrett, what's your trade, pal? Hey Smitty, how are you doing? I just completed a trade in Dynasty Superflex PPR. I traded Burrow, Gaskin, and Pittman, Kmet, Hines, and Gainwell for Barkley, Hunt, and Fant. I mean, on its face, you did really, really well. It all comes down to Barkley being healthy. And if he is, then you're gonna do well. I think Gaskin's really undervalued right now, but I still would have made that trade, assuming that Burrow. It's a super flex. I don't know if I want to say it's a complete blasting though. I don't know if I agree with that he scammed the guy, Ben. This is a super flex. I mean, Burrow in a super flex is valuable. When you look at that part of the trade, like, I don't know if you're looking at it from a redraft perspective, Ben, which I don't blame you if you don't play a lot of Dynasty or a lot of Superflex Dynasty, especially Superflex Dynasty. But Burrow, Gaskin, Barkley, Hunt, and Fant. I mean, I like the Barkley Hunt side a little more, assuming you're good at quarterback. But Burrow goes in like round 2 or 3 in a Superflex league, pal. And Barkley probably top of 2. So you're talking about Burrow and Barkley having closer ADP than you might think in a super flex format. And then you get Gaskin, who I like a lot, but in Dynasty, I don't know how much long-term value he has. I won't say that he scammed him. I won't say this is like a crazy trade. I'll just say that, I'd rather, if you can make the quarterback position work and you have Burrow to spare, then the move was definitely good. Gaskin over Javonte, I would have said hell no, a month ago. I've been changing my tune on Gaskin, admittedly, but I still want Javonte. I think Javonte is going to be a top 7 to 10 running back, but Gaskin's safer right now, and Gaskin could prove to be as valuable. So I don't know that I lean one way or the other in an extreme fashion. I think it depends on my build. I think if I'm built for the now, I'm not worried about the future. If it's dynasty question, I could lean Gaskin and want to win money now and be good. But I lean Javonte in Dynasty more often than not. Like, Javante's going to be the man. If it's redraft and I'm built a certain way where I need Gaskin to deliver right away, this isn't like my flex or bench, running back, then I want Gaskin potentially. But if it's like a different situation where, I can afford to wait a couple weeks on Javonte, then I want Javonte, because Javonte's going to be a top 6 to 10 running back per start. I truly, truly believe that. But Gaskin's no joke. Gaskin's really climbing my board fast. The way they used him in the preseason, that 2-touchdown game, I know it was preseason football, but it got me excited enough to say they're gonna committee, or they keep talking about committee. He's fine in a committee because he's efficient and he gets a lot of PPR work. So Gaskin in a committee in a PPR format is not bad. He is the point per reception guy. He is the PPR guy. He's getting that volume. That is a lot of volume. You don't have to worry about Gaskin sharing running back carries when he's playing an Austin Eckler type role. You don't want him to get all the rushes when he's getting all the PPR work. You got to keep him healthy. So I'm not scared about a committee at all with Gaskin. Gaskin's going to be used like Austin Eckler was when Melvin Gordon was the starter. That's how Gaskin's going to deliver points. You plug Gaskin into the full-time role, he'll probably get hurt like we've seen Eckler get hurt. Why I worry a little bit about Austin Eckler, I love Eckler. Eckler, if he's getting his old volume where he's getting 100 receptions, 500, 600 yards rushing, I love that Austin Eckler. That Austin Eckler is a top 5 running back. I'm not sold on Eckler being shoved in the direction of being a 900 or 1,000 yard rusher, a 600 yard receiver, or 80 reception receiver. I'm more about getting the old Eckler production. That's why I kind of stray away from Eckler in round 1. But Gaskin to me is absolutely fine. Smitty approved Gaskin, but I like Javonte more, just quietly, and it's risky. Gaskin's there now. Javonte's climbing. Landry or Gage? Probably neither. But Gage if I had to pick. 10-team PPR snake first round. 10-team PPR snake draft first round look like. What does it look like? I can't go through the whole 10, like it depends, bro. Using ADP depends. If you're drafting at 1, you're taking McCaffrey off, obviously. Then it goes Kamara, Cook, or Kamara, Zeke, Cook. I've got Zeke at 3 or 4. You're going to see Henry go. You're going to probably see Chubb in there. I like Adams. I like Harris or Gibson at the very end of round 1 versus going, Chubb or anyone like that, or Eckler. But, the draft could go 100 different ways. Drake or Jamal? Give me Jamal, I guess, but probably neither, Rock. Probably neither, bro. Can you finish the show with a couple mocks? No, we got to stay on schedule with this Tuesday, Thursday show. We're at the end anyway, and I'm going to punch the outro. But that doesn't mean that we won't go live tonight and mock draft tonight. So stay tuned to the channel. We'll either mock draft or I'll do a late night Q&A out and about on the streets of Phoenix. So get ready for that. But no, we probably won't mock tonight. I'm trying not to mock on the Tuesday, Thursday show. Now, mock drafts are almost over, so I imagine we will do one of the Tuesday, Thursday shows next week. We will mock draft, or at least the Tuesday show. Thursday won't be a need to mock draft, but maybe Tuesday we will mock draft. I know some of you have drafts this weekend. That's why I'm going to mock draft tonight. That's why I'm mock drafting tonight. How do you value guys like Julio, Keenan Allen, and Dynasty? A little bit lesser. I go after younger players than those guys in Dynasty at their cost. Hey, Smitty, do you think I should trade Dalvin and Logan Thomas for Najee and Kittle? If it's Dynasty, yeah. I traded Barkley in a Dynasty for Najee and Judy, and I absolutely love it. I love it. Kyler or Lamar. Give me Kyler. Releasing the Door League 2 draft order Saturday night. We're going to do a randomization of all of it on a live stream. Hey, Smitty, do you think Corey Davis will be a big sleeper wide receiver 3? He could be, but I'm not counting on it myself. I'm not drafting him that much. He's getting kind of overdrafted. But Smitty, we want a mock. I got Diggs and Gibson at the 12-13. I love it, Tabern. Fantastic, bro. All right, I'm out of here. Hit the thumbs up on the way out the door. Also, be certain to go over to smitty1.com, which is over my shoulder right here. Smitty1.com. Click on this banner right here and play DFS 2021. Get ready for week 1. Do this now. I know you're probably like, oh, I can do it later. The limited time $25 bonus cash is going away. So if you want the $25 bonus cash, click this banner on smitty1.com, enter promo code Smitty. It'll enter it for you if you go to smitty1.com and click the banner. If you venture over to Underdog without going through my link, make sure you enter promo code Smitty to get your $25 bonus cash, a phone call from yours truly, or I might throw you a sleeperu.com free membership for 2021. So if you want that instead of the phone call, DM me. Show me a screenshot that you deposit a measly little $10 into an Underdog account and you get $25 bonus cash to play week 1 with. You get a free phone call or a sleeperu.com 2021 membership from me, a content membership from me, all access content. You get that free of charge from me. That's a $30 value, broski. And on top of that, man, there's nothing better than having a few best ball drafts to gander at during your week. Let's say you have a really crappy week or your seasons get blasted with injury. You still got your best ball teams. You don't have to worry about lineups. You don't have to worry about ad drops. And you have the advantage of knowing the content we have here on the channel. Like knowing about CeeDee Lamb way beforehand. But still, even though we're past that point of where Lamb's a value and Josh Allen's value, you can still get guys like Dylan. You can still get guys like Javonte Williams. You can still get guys like Callaway and draft Mike Thomas. Those strategies that I talk about on the channel over and over are so good for best ball. Callaway and Mike Thomas is one of the best wide receiver 3 best ball combos you can get. It'll just put the highest scorer in your lineup for you. And when your season goes to crap, if you have injury strike, and it can happen to anybody, you've got these best ball teams sitting there that you can gander at every single week. Go do it. Free sleeperu.com membership or a free phone call. If you just go over and deposit a measly $10 and use it, get 25 on top of the 10 by going to smitty1.com, clicking the banner, and doing it. It's simple. Help your bro Smitty out. Not only does it give you something awesome for $10, you get the sleeperu.com or the phone call and the $25 bonus cash, but you're helping out your bro Smitty because this helps the channel grow. Go do it. And let's tear it up in 2021. I played Underdog, $250 league. Attaboy, Mikey. Mike's the man. By the way, Mike, you guys can go. This is a former actor, Mike Wolf. He's in Ocean's 11, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Ocean's 11 or Ocean's 12. I forget which one, Mike. I always forget. But you guys can go to Mike's. Find Mike MJ Wolf. Go look up MJ Wolf on Cameo and order a cameo from this man. He'll scream and yell at whoever you want, give you a birthday wish, whatever. Go to Cameo right now and get MJ Wolf's cameo. I ordered one because this dude's the man. He's a good pal. So if you need a cameo, go check him out. MJ Wolf. Sleeper U rocks. Attaboy Terry. Check the super chat, Smitty. I'm sorry, Blair. Hold on. Thank you. Okay, I think I'm caught up on super chats. 8-man PPR league. Who would you target wide receiver wise in round 6? It snakes, and I'm at pick 2. Round 6 is tough. I would say, Judy's more like 6-7. Let me pull up a ranking here. So you're talking about like maybe Judy, Ayuk, Higgins, you know, that range. It gets really thin. You know, Jamar Chase, I almost like sometimes going running back, or if you haven't had a quarterback yet, in that round, and then wait until you can get Callaway, and then grab Mike Thomas and cuff them together. Mike Thomas is put on the PUP, so he's out for 6 weeks, so people are going to be down on drafting Mike Thomas to begin with. And so you can probably cuff him pretty easily, but take Callaway like later, like 7-8 round range. Jamar Chase would be a fantastic later grab. Judy would be a fantastic later grab. Those guys go around 64 to 70, so draft them accordingly. Don't just draft them, you know, where you're asking. Make sure you're being careful about it. Deontay, it would be good there. Ayuk. I'm not super high on Deontay unless you get him at the right spot. Let's see here. Garrett says, Mike Wolf just shouted me out. Best channel ever. Attaboy Garrett. Making friends in here. Yeah, Ayuk would be good. Ayuk would be good. Okay, I'm out of here. Always remember, you can order my text service at heysmitty.com. I carry 2 phones around. This has been buzzing like crazy. All my text people need me to get back to them. But you can order that at heysmitty.com. Again, Underdog, go to smitty1.com. And we're here every Tuesday and Thursday, every single Tuesday and Thursday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern, every single Tuesday and Thursday. So make sure your notifications are turned on. And at the end of the show, when I end it, the comments start out with 0 comments, and the engagement helps the channel. So if I missed your question, be one of the first people to ask a question in the comments, and I will get back to you pretty much guaranteed, because the first day or two I respond to all my early comments. So get to commenting right away. I appreciate all of you. Later.